What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, after exploring around Pastoria City, we entered Pastoria Gym. And we still have a couple of trainers left to battle in here before we take on the big man himself, Crasher Wake. Let's get to it right off the bat. Challenging Fisherman Eric, who's probably not going to be throwing anything tough at us. None of these trainers are. In fact, even Crasher Wake, I'm not, like, super concerned about, and except for, like, one Pokemon. But, like, only marginally so. Not any more than I was with, like, certain Pokemon in previous gyms. Honestly, Crasher Wake's not really a terribly difficult fight, assuming things don't go horribly wrong, but I would be very surprised if they did. So, okay, Gyarados, that's what I like to see. Well, let's switch on over to Geist for that, as we so often do. And then I'm also going to drop my controller. Kind of need that to play the game. My gosh, that was stupid. All right, so it's going to use an Intimidate, but Shockwave should be able to take this thing out no problem. I don't typically worry about Gyarados. Listen, it's a great Pokemon, but this is why you always have an electric move on hand. Always. And it's funny, too, because what was like just a couple of episodes absolutely knocking on electric types, but it's the mono ones I have a problem with. The ones that are just electric types, they're the ones I have an issue with. The ones that are like dual type, like Rotom, not nearly as much. They're fine. Electric is still a really good typing because it's so like the odd one out all the time that it's pretty useful. It comes in handy a lot. It's good to have access to electricity in some form on your team at all times. I say as the Seaking, of course, survived that, but it was kind of expected. Seaking's a little bit tougher than Goldeen and also does not have the quad weakness that Gyarados has. Not that it mattered, because down it goes. All right. So that should be... I think that might actually be enough to push Triton to the next level. I know he's very darn close. Yep, there we go. Level 27. That's what I thought. Kind of figured it had been a little bit since his last level up. So 2 more levels, and then we can use that one rare candy we have on hand. So let's use that to drop the water level a little bit more. And we obviously can't go that way, but we can go over here and drop that there. Not that we really want to, I guess. I mean, that's something I could do later. There we go. We can do that, though. And then this will allow me to go back this way, all the way over here. And all that remains is the last switch over here, but we got to get through one more Sailor before we can actually hit it. And then we can actually worry about talking to Crasher Wake. All right. What do you got for me? A Wingull. Okay, to start off, Helena is still out in front. I actually need to make a change on that. That cannot be something that I have going into the big fight, but we'll just use Helena for a little bit longer. Electric types definitely thrive in this gym a lot more than grass types do, which was kind of to be expected, but I don't know. I still wanted to get as much experience for Helena as I possibly could going into this. So one more Mega Drain, and then we'll save those Giga Drains for later. Particularly one Pokemon that I can think of. There we go. And Helena should be, well, I guess that's not a ton of experience. What do we got next? Golduck. I actually keep Helena out for this one. And I think I'm going to use a Giga Drain, too, to see if I can one-shot this thing. Get some health back, mainly. Especially as it uses the Water Pulse. Please don't confuse. I will be very sad if that happens. And I'm very sad now. I'm incredibly sad. I'm never going to recover. I'm just in anguish over the things, over my lot in life. Things just don't make me as happy as much anymore. And if this hits 5 times, I will be the saddest that I have ever sadded in the history of anything. There we go. Okay. Well, we're good. If that had hit 5 times, I would have definitely lost my Roselia there. Almost a one-shot. Not bad. And that is the big root in action right there. Thank goodness for that. Here comes a Confusion. It's not a stab move, though, so we should be fine. Never mind. Why did you... Golduck, you're really making me sad, buddy. You're really making... I should have just switched to Triton and just finished it off with, like, a Mud Bomb or something. But whatever. Making me sad. Why would you do this to me? Gosh dang it. I hope I have a revive somewhere. I don't want to have to go back to the Pokemon Center to heal. That would be annoying after all of this switch flipping that I've been doing. All right. Shellos time. Well, actually, I'm just going to stick with Era for this one because Shellos does not have its ground typing. Therefore, I can just use Shockwave and also get Era just a little bit closer to level 32. Probably not going to push her over the edge, but close. Let's see. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'll take it. And then a Rain Dance, I guess, for good measure. Not that that's really going to affect me that much, or you that much, because you are going to be dying on this turn. And then we can worry about Crash Your Wake. There we go. All right, so please tell me I have a revive. I know I have a max revive, but I'd really rather not use that right now. I just want a regular revive. I have not looked at that in a little bit. Oh, I have 6. Okay, I got plenty. We're fine. We're fine. It was a little annoying, but we're fine. I do need to, again, switch Helena out of the first slot, though. We got to put Geist in front. Because, yeah, you'll see once we actually start the fight. Okay, so let's do a switch, and then we'll hit the switch. 2 unrelated switches, but still switching nonetheless. And now we can head on over here. Now let's talk to him. Welcome. I don't get challenged very often. The glory you are now beholding is the Pastoria Gym Leader. That's right, I'm Crash Your Wake. My Pokemon were toughened up by stormy white waters. They'll take everything you can throw at them and then pull you under. Victory will be ours. Come on, let's get it done. And so begins the 5th gym? The 5th gym battle. This time against Crash Your Wake, the Water-type specialist. He is going to start off with a Gyarados at level 33 with Brine, Waterfall, Bite, and a Twister. Now, obviously, it's going to be throwing out an Intimidate right off the bat, so if you have any physical attackers, not the best situation. Fortunately, I have an Electric type here that is going to Shockwave. Not 100% sure if this is going to one-shot this Gyarados, but it is going to do a lot of damage regardless. Let's hope that it gets the one-shot, though, especially with our Amulet Coin in play. Wow, so close. And that Bite is going to hurt a fair bit, but that also is going to mean that Crash Your Wake is going to waste one of his Hyper Potions here as I use that. And maybe I can get him to waste 2. I think he only has the 1, though. So obviously, Brine is a little bit scary to worry, a little bit scary because the lower our health, the more damage it does, and that can be a really terrifying prospect. Obviously, Waterfall is super strong on Gyarados, given that it's a physical attacker, but all in all, went down pretty easily, not too bad. Holy crap, he's already jumping to his strongest Pokemon. Okay, so this is the one I'm a little bit worried about, just because it does have type coverage for everything I have that's strong against it. I'm going to actually do a little bit of a swap. And this is... There's no really real big conceit for this other than just to heal my Rotom, because what this Floatzel has is going to hurt. Now, luckily, this Floatzel doesn't have anything that's going to like severely boost its stats or anything, but it does have some pretty strong moves. So it's got Crunch, which is not good for Geist. It has Ice Fang, which is not good for Helena or Era. And it has Brine and Aqua Jet, which is obviously going to just be good stab damage. So that is going to make this a little bit tough. So obviously Brine is going to start doing more damage. I do have Grass Knot, which is not like the most effective move because Floatzel's not like a super heavy Pokemon or anything. But that next Brine is probably going to knock Gong Gong out, which is fine with me. Ooh, actually not bad. You know, I could have gone with Trick Room here, but I think I'm just going to knock your health down just enough to get that... I guess I should have just used... Well, I'm down anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's going to knock it down enough just to get it to use that Citrus Berry that it's holding, but maybe I can just Shockwave this thing out. Hopefully Crunch does not one-shot. I'll be very sad if it does. Here we go, because yeah, this Floatzel's always going to be going first. It's super fast, faster than anything on my team. Tied for the fastest water type in the entirety of the Pokemon series. It's incredibly quick and going to be very hard to deal with if this thing does not knock it out. It did. Okay, thank goodness. That is what I was worried about. Whew! Glad my Bronzong was able to come in clutch there, and that gets guys to level 33. Triton's going to get some good experience too. Level 28, not bad. And now we got the last Pokemon, last and probably least, which is Quagsire. This thing has Rock Tomb, Water Pulse, Mud Shot, and Yawn. Pretty decent moves, but its water ground typing obviously makes it super susceptible to grass. Now, I'm not going to say right off the bat that I'm going to one-shot this thing, but I am going to do some pretty substantial damage. And this is why I wanted to save my Giga Drains, was for this thing in particular. Maybe Floatzel as well. Assuming Helena could have tanked one Ice Fang, but there was no guarantee of that. Nope, one shot. That's what I like to see. And there it goes. Some decent experience. Level 32. And we have defeated Leader Wake. Well, let's say this. I want more. I want to battle a lot more. And then we get a bunch of money out of it, too. Not bad. Seems the Undertow pulled me under, but I had a great time battling with you. You've earned this. You need that Fen badge to use the hidden move Surf outside of battle. This is a special reward from me in recognition of your team's power. And we get TM55. That TM55 contains the move Brine. It inflicts double the damage on targets with less than half their HP left. Use it to end battles decisively. Can you guess who I am going to be teaching that move to? I mean, I feel like it only makes a ton of sense. We already talked about how Gastrodon is slightly better as a special attacker than as a physical attacker. So yes, I am going to teach this to Triton. Absolutely. We are going to get rid of Water Pulse. Well, I think actually it would probably just be better. Like, Hidden Power can have its utilities. I have no plan of using this or incorporating it into my team anyway. I think we'll just get rid of Water Pulse for now, but there's a high possibility I end up getting rid of Hidden Power for another water move here relatively soon. I'm probably going to have 2 on Triton and then the ground moves probably. I might keep Mud Bomb. I'm just not a huge fan of Mud Bomb, though, just because of how inaccurate it is. But let's head outside. All right, and as we do, look who it is again. What's up, Barry? Oh, hey, you got the gym badge here, huh? What'd I tell you? Mr. Wake, I mean, the Master, is pretty awesome, hey? Oh, he's here. What's this racket, then? Oh, it's you two. Oh, Master. Listen, kid, I know your father. I won't deny that. But I don't recall ever taking you on as an apprentice, not in the least. Besides, you two don't need me. You can become strong on your own without being my apprentice. It doesn't matter. I made you my master, and I decided. But forget that. There's trouble brewing. There's Team Galactic, a Team Galactic goon in front of the observatory gate. He'd said something about using a bomb. What? No one messes with Astoria. Not on my watch. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal, Barry. Why did you, fail to mention that for so long? Seems like kind of a huge thing. Before I go and help, though, I'm actually going to hit the Pokemon Center real quick. Okay, but I think that was over here right by... Hey, Barry, what are you doing over at the Krogunk thing? Are you just hanging out? Why are you talking to me from there? Okay, well, let's go over here then. Does my new outfit look good or what? Krogunk's where it's at. Dude, you just mentioned there's a bomb about to go off and you're just out here playing around. Okay. Hey, what am I? Chopped liver? Don't forget I'm here too. You were playing with the Krogunk sign. So where's this Uh-oh. That was rough. You, what have you done? What have I done, you're asking? Well, technically speaking, it wasn't me. The package that arrived, see? That was a bomb. Named the Galactic Bomb. Me, I was told to push the button, so I did. Like, poink. Oh, that's right, mustn't forget. The test results need reporting. Cheerio then, you daft... Oh, is he... I didn't know he was British. Cheerio then, you daft codger. Your mask's absurd. I mean, speaking from somebody with the most... just the worst haircut of all time... Great Marsh is invaluable. You two, do not follow me. Don't let anyone else in either. There'd be big trouble if there's any of that bomb left. Hey, Don, you go after that Galactic goon. I'm staying here like Master said. Got to keep others from going in. Don't let that Galactic guy get away. Oh, no. He's going so far away. Oh. Okay, you're going to have to forgive me, but I get there's a sense of urgency here. But it's going to be a huge hassle if we go that way first when there's a whole other, optional area to go this way instead. So... please forgive me for the sake of the story, and I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why would you go that way now? You can do it later." Listen, it's going to be so much easier to double back because, like I said, this game's kind of got a confusing sense of direction, I guess. Sinnoh just in general kind of has that problem, in my opinion. And this part especially is kind of annoying because this entire route right here, Route 212, is technically optional, and I really don't want it to be optional. I would like to get all the things here because there's a lot of really good items here, and there's also some Pokemon worth talking about. Let's talk to this guy, though, first. Been to the Great Marsh? How about the Pokemon Mansion? Wherever I go, I get to meet a new and different Pokemon. I feel so privileged and happy about that. Well, let's head on over here and grab some berries, although it does look like we might have to do some cutting here, so we're not going to be able to get to absolutely everything, but... I'm just going to grab a couple things here, and we're going to probably call this an episode here in a second anyway. So I'm actually going to end this episode just by quickly going over the 2 new Pokemon that can be caught in this area. If I can actually bring my little guide up here. So, two new Pokemon that can be found. Quagsire is one of them, which I don't think we've actually been able to encounter Wooper yet, so it is technically all new. We already fought Quagsire with Crash Your Wake. It's a ground and water type Pokemon, but as far as that dual typing goes, it's one of the worst in the entire series. That's not to say Quagsire is necessarily a bad Pokemon. It's just not one that super excites me or anything. It's just kind of there. It doesn't have great speed. None of its stats really super stand out. It just kind of gets the job done. Its defenses are okay, though. But then we have Croagunk. Now, Croagunk is a lot more interesting because of its poison and eventual fighting typing that it gets as Toxicroak. Toxicroak hits really hard, does a lot of damage, and is actually pretty fast. Also, that typing is just really nice. Very good Pokemon if you didn't already have a fighting or poison type on your team. Unfortunately for me, I have both with Helena as well as Gyoja, even if Helena doesn't have any poison moves just yet. And all in all, really would recommend going after if you're looking for another good physical sweeper to add to your team if you don't have one for whatever reason. And the fact that the only downside I would say is that it takes this long to actually get your hands on one. But aside from that, very good Pokemon. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to start this lengthy detour. This is probably going to take a few episodes to go through all of Route 210 before we double back and go after the Galactic Grunt, who honestly should not have gone too far. In fact, if I remember correctly, the Grunt is literally waiting for me to chase him even further. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.